In this video, let's talk about what it means to be present as an athlete and why it can give you such a huge mental performance boost on the field, on the court, or on the track. All right, so if you're new here, I'm Dan Blewett. I'm a former pro baseball player, and I'm the author of 4 books, including my last one, which is called This Slump Shall Pass. And it's a book about mental skills for athletes of all sports. And what I want to talk today is about one of the concepts, which is staying present. And staying present means breaking your sport up into tiny bite-sized chunks that you can focus on right now, that are not in the future and that are not in the past. So let me start with a baseball example. So in baseball, as a pitcher, and I was a pitcher, you might want to throw a shutout, and that means, putting up a 0 in every inning. But you can't do that, because to do that, you'd have to do all these things in the future, because 7 innings are not here all at once. So then you might say, okay, well, maybe I'll just try to get 1 scoreless inning. Well, you have to get 3 outs, right? So you can't do that all at once either. And then you might say, okay, well, let me just try to get 1 hitter out. Well, you can't do that all at once either, because you have to throw multiple pitches, or at least they have to swing and put the first pitch into play, which you can't really control. So as we start from this goal of throwing a shutout, we move down the funnel to throwing 1 shutout inning, to then getting 1 hitter out. But really the bite-sized thing that you can only do as a pitcher is throwing 1 really good quality pitch. And really, you're not going to be determined if every pitch is good. And we all know as pitchers, you're not going to throw every pitch as well as you'd like, but you can focus and be locked in and say, I'm choosing this pitch right now, and I'm going to throw it to the best of my ability, and then whatever happens, happens. And that's what it means to be present in that example as a baseball pitcher. Rather than trying to throw a shutout, or rather than trying to throw a scoreless inning, or rather trying to get this hitter out, you're just going to try to focus on throwing 1 really good quality pitch right now. And if you piece it together 1 pitch at a time, eventually you'll get through that inning, you'll get through those 7 innings. And you'll have your shutout, right? Now, of course, not always, but it gives you the best possible chance when you just focus on the little thing that you can control right now and stop worrying about stuff and outcomes in the future. And let's talk about this as a basketball example. You might want to score 30 points, especially if there's a college coach in attendance, right? Well, you're not going to be able to score 30 points all at once. So what can you do right now? You can focus on running down the court, following the plays that your coach puts on. And when you get the ball, taking, being relaxed and taking the best quality jump shot that you can take. And you can do that over and over and over and focus just on this shot. Don't focus on coming back from a 12-point deficit. Don't focus on the fact that you've only scored 6 points in the first half and now you've got to score 24 points to meet your goal in the second half. Just focus on when you get the ball, can I take the highest quality shot that I can take? And then repeat, 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 repeat. That's how you break down this bigger goal that's not manageable all at once into little goals that just go from 1 shot at a time. When Michael Jordan would drop 50 points, 60 points in a game, he was still doing it 1 jump shot at a time, 1 layup at a time, 1 dunk at a time. So when you do that and you take quality shots each time, you give yourself the best chance of it going in, and then you can start to piece together that really great game that you're looking for. So understand that this is not easy. If this was easy, everyone would do it. And it took me as a baseball player quite a long time. Really, I didn't learn to do this until I was 25. And I think all of us at times get hung up on the future. We hope to have these great outcomes. I want to have a great batting average. I want to have a great field goal percentage, whatever it is. We get focused on things that happen in the future, or we get hung up on stuff like, oh, I had a bad game last week, so I don't want to have a bad game this week. We're focused on outcomes. But really what we just need to focus on is our process and the little bites that we take out of each game. What I can do right now to do the thing that's in front of me, the thing that I'm staying present with in this moment, not in the past and not in the future. Can I do that as well as I can? And when I can break down that way, that's how I can have a lot better career, by piecing it together 1 day and 1 moment at a time. So hopefully this video was helpful. Obviously, mental skills training and mental performance is a really long journey, but it's a challenge that you need to try to start to undertake now and give yourself these little things like, hey, all right, one pitch, 1 swing. Just take this next kick and then we'll worry about the next one. We can't come back 20 points all at once. Let's just try to make 1 good play and try to sink 1 good basket right now. Let's just go 1 step at a time, the things we can control right now. When you have that mindset, your sport will get a lot easier, okay? So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe to the channel below, share with a friend, check out my book in the description, This Slump Shall Pass. It's a mental skills book for athletes of all sports, and I know you'll love it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you here in the next video.